mobile apps, tags, and online websites. Now, for the TSB 2028, it is a 3-year blueprint to be present, more inclusive, that is reaching everyone, including rural and urban people. It is innovative, using new technology like AI and the digital currencies, and also secure, that is against fraud and hacks, and competitive on a global scale. In a nutshell, the goal of the TSC 2028, just as I said, is to push Nigeria towards a mostly cashless economy by building on past successes to transform how people, business, transact and handle money. Now, with the rapid pace of technological advancement, how does TSC 2028 plan to future-proof Nigeria's payment system to remain globally competitive?
Okay, thank you once again. First, we will have more people access or let's put it this way, quicker access to that education system. Now, we have many persons in Nigeria who are unbanked and or underbanked, let me say. So it is really tough how far they have penetrated in some rural areas. The point is, it can only get better from that point. It can't go worse because Nigeria is actually moving towards that digital era. If you check level of internet access 10 years ago to now, and the numbers are really higher. So things like this, we go to buy sugar, the sugar manufacturer to pay into his account. Or we have a PS provider collecting the network in the rural community. So it is going to get better and getting better. The internet access is cheaper, people have smartphones now. So people in rural areas will have functionality happen in their lives. So as a government or as organization, will see how they support organizations to be able to deepen their payment network. Because the point is, bigger sharks cannot be alone. This is why we are seeing how fintechs will come to bridge the gap of the bigger financial giants. So more fintechs will come to provide more services that will bring the underserved and the rural market dwellers, rural dwellers to come into that net and be able to be part of the ecosystem. There's one other thing I think can also help with financial literacy, right? If government invests more or if people invest more in financial literacy with their partners, we believe that more people will have knowledge of how finance works, of how people also work. So I believe that this PhD document will, put in place frameworks that can, allow financial education in, local languages, using radio, community leaders, women groups, and the like. So, and one other thing I think, will also help is people need to trust more. When there is social groups, I believe that, to deepen, what is being done. For example, if you don't trust me, there is no way you will not have bias with what I'm trying to bring to you. So if we're able to establish that social trust system, people will be more open and see how this system can serve them. Basically, so that's what I think, and I believe strongly that more rural dwellers will capture under this policy document.
Nigeria's payment ecosystem faces infrastructure deficits, faces lots of challenges, including poor power supply and limited internet access. We have, just as we mentioned, low financial and digital literacy, which we expect the CBN to work more on that, among other challenges. How do you see the PSV 2028 addressing these challenges?
Okay, so working will focus on how to drive innovation and create, sandboxes and things that we call them, platforms that can allow you to test your ideas to see that okay, for that happen. And number 4 is the cross-border payment, integration part of it. So this working group, their job will be to see how we can build frameworks that enhance cross-border settlement data. At the moment we have a system called PSS, that's the Pan African Payment System, that allows, people here in Africa to pay among themselves. So, for instance, you are in Togo or you are in Morocco, you can pay me in the local currency in your country to me in Nigeria. So, things like this are already going on. So I believe that this PSV, will further, address, most of the challenges, infrastructure, network, war, natural literacy, and next step. So the point is, the Christian is mindful, and they have created, like I said earlier, working groups that will capture, in fact, the sixth one is the one that speaks to communication, I think strategic communication,
Yes.
because we know that everything we will do requires that everybody must be carried along. People must understand, what they are trying to do. So that is also part of what I think the student is trying to work on, strategic communication and people engagement. So basically, I strongly believe that students will achieve their target because they are started well, and I believe they will, achieve what they have set out to do in the policy document.
All right, because our time is fast spent, two questions in one. First of all, I want you to rate the PSV 2025, how well it has done, and looking ahead, I want you to anticipate the impact of the PSV 20.